Jaldi Milenge Pir Mere Channel Pa. Hi guys, thanks for joining my channel. This is Angie from Germany. Aap sab kaise hai? Me achi hu. Namaste, namaskar, namaskara, namaskaram, sat shri akal, vanakam, nomoshka, kambagani, swagatam. Guys, today we have a good question from the Asian boss. Are Indians really good at math? That is not only a good question, I'm sure they are much better, because I have seen a bit that means how you make it with your fingers. It's completely different as I have learned in my school time. So let us enjoy it together, and I'm sure I have so much to explain after it. And you got before my complete respect in this way. So let us enjoy.
Asian boss, what is 9 cubed? Try to figure this out in your head without using a calculator. Of the many stereotypes that people have of Indians, we hit the streets of Mumbai to find out whether or not ordinary Indians are good at math. So let's dive right in.
So, a BBC report stated that an Indian bride walked out of the wedding after the groom failed to solve 15 plus 6. How do you feel about this?
Good thing she did. It's actually easy.
Perfect. That's like basic knowledge. Anyone should get to know how to add 15 and 6. All the best to her. Yeah, get a better groom, please.
Shameful. I mean, if I can't do it, I'll be okay if someone walks out on me as well. Like, it's such a stupid thing not to. I mean, if you can't solve 15 plus 6, then you're stupid. Then nobody deserves you.
I feel bad. I obviously feel bad because, marriage is not something, two people connect not because of their intelligence. The heart should be connected, I feel.
If this was an incident in the rural India, specifically in the areas like Haryana and that sort of place, so yeah, being good at mathematics and sciences is a matter of pride over there. Like, relatives will come to your house, instead of asking, hey, how you're doing in life, how comfortable are you, like, what do you want, they will ask you mathematical tables and stuff like that just to prove themselves, make you feel small, or like check you out.
Globally, Indians are known for being good at math. Do you think
interesting.
this is true?
I don't think that's true, but for some specific cases, it could be true.
Yeah, it is true.
Yeah, I guess in a way, it is a little bit true. The way that we taught math is different than the way I guess other countries do.
It doesn't stand for everyone, you see. We have a huge diversity in terms of that, and not everyone can be good in maths. And that's a wrong conception if you have that.
That's because we have a lot of maths from childhood. We don't depend on calculators. We don't depend on computers so much. So definitely they are better at numbers.
In a scale of 1 to 10, how good would you say you are in math?
1.
7.
7. Okay. How much do you usually score?
Above 90.
Actually, I'm really bad. I wouldn't say anything. You can say 2 or 3.
I'm going to ask you a couple of math questions, okay? Try your best to answer them, right? What is 87 plus 87?
174. 174.
What is 87 plus 87?
174.
12 into 14?
168.
No? Okay. What is the square of 18?
324.
What is the square of 18?
324.
It's fine. You can take it.
326.
How fast?
You are there, 324. What is the square of 18?
324.
That's true. Cube of 9?
981, 721, something like that.
729.
729, yeah.
What is the cube of 9?
Something like that. And that's something like that.
What is the root
but
of
it's so good.
256?
16.
Yes. What is the square of 12?
144.
Okay. And he says that I'm not good at math. What is the cube of 9?
90. 729.
That's true. Root of 256?
7, 7, 16.
That's true. What is the cube of 9?
729.
That's right. What is the root of 256?
16.
What is the root of 256?
16.
16 is true. Okay. So how were those questions? Easy or difficult for you?
They were okay. I mean, they were not too hard. These kind of math problems are actually easy for Asians, I think.
India seems to have a unique way of calculating big numbers in their head and with their fingers. Could you show me how to do it?
So you have like 4 divisions in each of your fingers, right? Okay. 4 in each. So you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and it goes till 20. 5 into 4, 20. So that way you keep counting. If you have to add something, suppose 8 and 4, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and you have to add 4 more. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That gives you a 12.
How did you do the first one? 87
That is
plus
so
87.
impressive.
80 plus 80, that's 160, and then 7 plus 7,
Wow.
14.
Okay. So there you go.
Just add both of them up, yeah.
There is more than one way to
That is easy.
solve a question, a particular question, and those ways are not just told by our teachers, or we ourselves discover some ways to solve a particular question.
Do students use calculators in school in India?
No calculators.
So I know that for a fact in universally, I'm pretty sure most of the countries they allow, Western education allows calculators, but in India, like even right now in college and even for the entrance exams and stuff, you have no access to calculators, whether it's derivatives, integration, nothing. So yeah.
Do you think that the Indian society has high standards for the general public on math?
Yeah, I think Indians are expected to know
so
quite
impressive.
like mental maths and stuff pretty well. Even if you're in a corporate, if you're working in an office or something, like there are some things that people expect you to know without taking to calculate without using a calculator, basically.
It does because see, this is the land where zero was discovered, okay? So it is intrinsically in our brains that we are good at maths, and plus accounting concepts, everything was developed in India. So it's a basic understanding with all Indians have in their mind that you should be good in maths.
When you're going to the government schools, you'll have below average English teachers, below average social science teachers, but you'll have alright mathematics teachers. So naturally your expectations for mathematics grows from there only.
If you consider Indian parents, which is the Desi parents, then yes, they do actually. I mean, I scored 80 to 100 on math, which I think is pretty good. But my parents were not happy at all.
What would you like to say to people overseas who have these stereotypes about India?
Not all of us are good at math, but quite a few are. So that's it. I mean, there are quite a few things they all are good at too. The only thing I'd say is the fact that they do not allow children to rely on calculators is like the biggest thing, because that really does help in the future. If you don't need to, you don't have the urge to take a calculator out and you're able to do stuff on your own.
To be very honest, I myself want to know and research about that why is this stereotypical image that we Indians are only good at maths, and why not the outsiders ones? Don't have the stereotype in their minds that only Indians are good at maths. It depends only on the person.
It is actually the social pressure due to which the perception is that majority of the Indians are good at mathematics. Actually, the natural capability is, I believe, the same all over the world. It's the socio-cultural phenomenon over here which promotes mathematics in a way, and you see the result that way.
Did this video change your perspective of Indians' math skills?
Let
us know in the comments. For more authentic insight into the latest news and culture trends from all over Asia, be sure to subscribe to Asian Boss and follow us on our social media. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.
That is really, really impressive, guys. I didn't know before I go to India in the past and meet my Indian family and see my niece to calculate in this way always that you are so good in math and that you make everything with your hands and in your head, and you have your own calculation parts. So as I was at school in the past, for sure I has no calculator, but after me, or as I was in the 7th, 8th, 9th class, we use always a calculator. In the exam as well, it was a normal thing, And later, they started much more earlier. So it is a normal thing in Germany. I do not know if it's in Austria, Switzerland, or around in Europe in the same way. But there is so much equal standard in this way that kids from the first time started to use a calculator for normal math things. I'm really not happy with that because when we go to school, we have to learn, and we have to learn math and calculate. It makes everything in the future much more easier. So much small things to calculate. What we buy when we buy bread or something for the whole family, we have to calculate how much we need when we have 5 people at home, or 10 or 15, and how much we need. Then we have to calculate how much we need from this and this and this, and then we have to buy it. So when I always put out my calculator in this way, and it can be this portion, it looks a bit funny, but that can be happen. So when people here give a big invitation, they go out, or they are good in math and calculate before so much at home, and then they go out. Trust me, you are really much good in this way, that it's not allowed for you to use a calculator. That makes everything so much easy. As I had my first apprenticeship and so much else as I worked, it was always easier, and I appreciate a lot that I cannot use a calculator. For me, my work in the past was always so much more easier because I calculate always in my head so fast. And my mother did in the same way and at her job, and she was really good in calculation. So that is a really difference. I grow up in this way, and for me it is easier. But I have seen someone in the same job as me, much younger, so much younger, women, girls, boys, men, women in this way. They do the same as me, but they need a calculator. They was always looking for a calculator in this way, and that takes time. When you have only to calculate some things here, there, that is, I was only need a paper and a pen, and they're so fast I can calculate everything. And they got the same money as me. So where's the difference? They are only younger. It is hard to explain that skills has to be taught in the childhood in school, and I do not know who choose to change this kind of system and think that is no better for us or not. But I'm sure when I grew up in India, my math would be much more better. I'm not bad, but it's much more better. And we have to be happy that we can use our skills and train our brain, because when we learn math and languages, different languages, it is much more easier for us in our life and for later. It makes us not complete, what I have to say in German is, we say Alzheimer dement in this way. You get no dement or Alzheimer in this way, this kind of illness in the future when you get older, that your brain goes slowly away and you only think about the past. The more you trained your brain in the childhood and later, in my time, it's much more better that you are open, clear in your mind, in your brain when you're getting older, when you have good skills in math, trained, and you are good in languages, different languages. Only some phrases, words, whatever you can use. When you trained your brain, there's so much different kind of things. It's much more easier. You are getting older. And when you are old, you will not lose your brain or your mind in this way. We will be proud and happy to getting older, know what happened in the past, how we grow up, and we want to talk about our past. That's the point. So we have to train our brain that we can, when we are older, talk with our kids, our niece, other kids who sit around us and want to know what happened in the past with you, Grandma. And I can tell in this way, I'm not a grandma, but I can tell in this way that what happened in the past, and I will not lose my mind and can talk so much about the past, and I will in this way. So it makes me happy to think about the things that I would love to talk about my past and the difference of. And when they only look at me and I do not know what happened in the past because I lose my brain, my mind, and everything is lost, what I did and how I grow up and what was the difference to nowadays and my past. And how happy we are. What happened with my parents and everything. That makes me upset. That is not only pity, that makes me upset. So I love to train in this way, and that makes a big, big difference. And that makes you so much special. I'm sure there are some other countries as well who do not use a calculator. And that is really, really great. I appreciate this a lot. So here in Europe, the kids are often so much lazy. And parents and teachers make them lazy because they give them instruments in the hand to be lazy and don't use their brain. So that's it. That is the truth. That is the really, really truth. So that is for now all. It's a bit that it makes me upset that it happened in this way, but I can do by myself nothing, but I can explain. And you should be very, very proud of it, that it not happened in your place, in your country. I'm sure it is hard to learn. You have to do it again and again and learn, but it will help you your whole life in this way. So be happy with this. For now, that's all. Come over to my Twitter and Instagram channel as well. Give me a like, subscribe please. Don't forget to press the notification bell above for my new uploads. Jaldi milenge pir mere channel pa. Alvida. Bye for now. Stay safe, take care. Yours Angie.